In speaking section, again, it's kind of face-to-face interview round, you can say, or via video call also it can happen at times. So IELTS exam will test you on these 4 skills. What are they? Listening, reading, writing and speaking. But one thing you have to notice that audio will only be played once. You cannot replay that audio. How would you get band? Let's suppose how many right answers out of 40 you must get to get a good band. Okay, how would you decide that? So are you planning to study or settle abroad? Then you've probably heard of IELTS. But what exactly is it and how does it work? Hello everyone, I am Divya Agarwal and in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about the IELTS exam. So without a further ado, let's get started with the video. So firstly, what are we going to cover in this whole video? Let's see that. We are going to cover the test format, what all is going to be there, what is the format and what are the bands, criteria is there and what is the fee and global benefits of this test. So let's move further. So what is IELTS? What does IELTS stands for? International English Language Testing System. It's an English proficiency test which you would need if you want to study or work abroad, or for visa purposes, PR, immigration, all these sort of things. If you want to apply, then you would have to go for applying for IELTS exam. Here, it is jointly managed by IDP, Cambridge Assessment English and British Council. But now, since IDP conducts tests in India, okay, this is the only conducting body. Later, we would now see that why you can say what is IELTS accepted for. Okay, we would cover those things. So for admission to international universities, IELTS is accepted, and jobs and professional registrations. For visa or PR pathways, IELTS is accepted, like for studies, work, family, migration, immigrations. For scholarship or internships, if you want to apply for, then you would have to go for appearing in this IELTS exam. And for as a proof of English proficiency also, for global opportunities, if you have something, you would have to go for applying for IELTS exam. So these are the certain major reasons why people go for applying for IELTS. Okay, now let's discuss what is IELTS valid for, and it's valid for 2 years. The certificate of the IELTS exam is valid till 2 years. You can apply to different universities or for various reasons. Okay, you can retake the test also at any time if you want to or if you wish to. There's option of one skill retake also available. If you feel that in one of the sections you have not performed well, then you can also retake that one section individually. Okay. Now we'll discuss that why take IELTS. So as we just discussed before, that it's required for studying abroad, for job applications or permanent residency or visa processes. Okay. Okay. Now let's discuss the fee structures. Okay. It has 2 modes. The IELTS exam is written in 2 modes. One is CBT, that is computer based. One is PBT, that is paper based. Okay, the fee structure, both of them are similar. And these are for these rest of the things. So IELTS exam will test you on these 4 skills. What are they? Listening, reading, writing and speaking. And how much time it will take? Each section. For listening, you will have 30 minutes of an audio and then 10 minutes you will get in the paper based. As I just mentioned, there are 2 modes, PBT and CBT, paper based and computer based. So in PBT you would get 10 minutes of extra time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Okay, this is not the case for CBT candidates. They will hardly get 32 minutes, that's it. So the total time becomes here 40 minutes for PBT, and for CBT it's 32 minutes. Okay, now let's discuss what is reading. So in reading section you get 60 minutes. Okay, and in writing section you get 60 minutes again, and in speaking only 11 to 14 minutes it will take hardly. Okay, this is the maximum time. So total becomes 2 hours and 45 minutes. Fine. Now let's discuss in depth of each of the section what all is going to be there. Okay, now let's discuss the listening section first. So in listening section, it's a 4 parts exam. Okay, it has 4 sections, 4 parts you can say. Now 40 questions in total you are going to see. What is it all about? It is all about an audio which you would have to listen and then answer questions based on that audio. But one thing you have to notice that audio will only be played once. You cannot replay that audio. Okay. Now it's the type of recordings you can get can be everyday conversation, monologue, or academic conversation or academic monologue. Okay, these are the 4 sections. In this manner only the 4 sections are divided, or these 4 parts are divided. Fine. Now, the question types may vary here. You can get MCQs, matching, map labeling, fill in the blanks types, and but you have to focus on the keywords. Okay, no pause button is there, and listen once only, as you cannot replay the audio. You have to very attentively listen to the audios. Fine. Let's move ahead. Now here in the reading section, what all you're going to see? As we already know that we're going to get 60 minutes in total, in which 40 questions we are going to see, right? And 3 passages will be there. What all will be there? 3 passages. Individual 3 passages will be there. You can say 3 sections you're going to have. Okay. So here you don't get any extra time like the listening section. You're getting in PBT 10 minutes of extra time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Here you don't get anything like that. Okay. So total 60 minutes only you guys have, be it PBT or CBT. Now, what is this all about? It's like in academic IELTS, what you guys can see, the topics can be or the passages can be on these topics, complex articles from journals, magazines, newspapers, like that. Okay, obviously it's going to be quite difficult right here. For general IELTS, the topics can be from daily use English, ads, instructions, work, emails, etc. Fine. Question types again may vary. Here you're going to see multiple question types. There are variety of question types in reading section. Okay, what all are they? Headings, match list, true false, not given, MCQs, summary questions, and completion, like fill in the blanks type. Okay, so these are all the types of questions you will get to see here. But in total 60 minutes you have to complete all the questions, all the 40 questions. Fine, let's move ahead to the other section. What is this section all about? It's about writing section. Okay, so in writing section again you get total of 60 minutes, right? And in 60 minutes what all you're going to do? For academic, I would say here see, be it academic, be it general section, you will have 2 tasks to do over here. You will have to perform 2 tasks. Now what are these 2 tasks all about? Firstly, we would discuss about the academic one. So in academic you have task 1 and task 2. What is it all about? Let me tell you. You have task 1 in which you have report writing. It's called report writing. Okay, wherein you will see pictorial representations. Okay, like describe a graph, chart, diagram, all these things. Okay, it can be a pie chart, it can be any kind of visual representation, you can say. Now, the word count limit is 150 words, which is minimum. Okay, the max you can go up to is 200 or 220. Now here, that's in the second task, what you have essay writing. It's called essay writing. Okay, the task 2 which you have to perform, which is similar to general training also. Okay, so in essay writing, what do you have? It's like 250 word, which is the minimum one word count, and max is 330 last you can go up to. And now here, let me tell you, it's all about essay writing. Essays are somewhat similar to what you have been, solving in since your childhood, but the topics are going to be again complex over here. Okay, and there are certain parameters also you have to focus on while writing, because you will be judged, you will be given the bands according to that. So you'll have to see all those things while writing. Now let's discuss about general training. In general training, it's going to be again the 2 tasks which you have to perform, but in task 1 you have the difference over here. Since here you were writing a report, but here you would write a letter. Okay, it's called letter writing. Now since you are writing letter, it can be a formal, semi-formal, or an informal letter. You would have to write. Again, there are certain parameters which you have to focus on while writing. Now let's move on to the task 2, which is similar. See, it's same as academic. Okay, there's no as such difference. Okay, I hope everything is clear in the writing section. Let's move on to the next one now. See, it's called speaking section. Okay, in speaking section, again, it's kind of face-to-face interview round, you can say, or via video call also it can happen at times. So what all is going to be there? These also consist of the 3 parts. Okay, again 3 parts are there. First part of yours will be totally about yourself. They would ask some general questions to you about yourself only. It may be about your hometown, it may be about your hobbies, interest, culture, somewhat like that. But the answers you would already be knowing for this part 1. Okay, they would just make you relax in this section. And it's going to last for 4-5 minutes. And then comes the part 2. What is there in the part 2? It's called cue card round, guys. What is cue card? In this cue card, you can get random topic. and you would get 1 minute to prepare, and then for 1 to 2 minutes you would have to talk on this topic, random topic. Okay, in 1 minute I would suggest you prepare yourself in a way that you're writing points, okay, so that you can just refer once you get blank. Okay, now third is all about abstract discussion. It's kind of detailed question you're gonna get whatever the topic you got in your on your cue card round. Okay, like let's suppose in the cue card round you got a question about your hobbies. Okay, so later on you are going to be discussing about those questions only. You will be asked about those questions only, detailed questions. Okay, now you're supposed to answer at length. That's what you must remember about this. Now you are assessed on fluency, vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation. Obviously all these things matters a lot over here. Okay, let's move ahead. Now let's discuss the band score, the IELTS band score system, the band description. So in IELTS, you are judged or you are evaluated from 0 to 9 bands. Okay. Now what is the good band considered to be for any kind of, university or any kind of general training processes? See, I would suggest you must try to get more than 6 in both the things. Okay. The minimum target of yours should be at least 6 or 6.5, more than that. Okay, above than that. So 6 comes under competent user, then 7 is a good user, very good user, and then expert user for 9 band. Okay, so I would suggest you prepare in such a way that you start getting in your mocks also more than 6 or 6.5. Later, what do we have next is the summary or key takeaways. What you must always consider. The summary of the whole session will be that IELTS is essential for studying or migration abroad. If you want to study or want to migrate abroad, then you would need this IELTS certificate. Later, it's of 4 modules: listening, reading, writing and speaking, as we just discussed each of the modules individually. Now choose academic or general depending on your goal. Whether you want to study or you want to take IELTS for like visa processes, that is going to be something totally, your choice, right? You would have to decide that part. Now next is aim for band above 6.5, 6.5 or 7, okay, for global opportunities. Next is it's valid for 2 years, multiple test centers across India. You would find, there are various test centers across India. Okay, now let's also discuss about the band scoring. Like, how would you get band? Let's suppose how many right answers out of 40 you must get to get a good band. Okay, how would you decide that? So this is the criteria. You must see that it's for listening section. Listening is somewhat similar to general and both for academics. So here, if you got 39 or 40, right answers, you would get 9 band. This is the way. Okay, if you got 37 to 38 right answers out of 40, then you would get 8.5. If you got 35 to 36, okay, 35 to 36, then you would get 8 band. 32 to 34 right answers, then you get 7 band, and 30 to 31, you would get 7 band, like that. Okay, so you must always target for getting more than 30 anyhow. Okay, it should be the target. So this will be helpful for you while you attempt the mocks. Okay, you can analyze yourself that what band are you actually able to get. Okay, so that's all about today's session, guys. I hope all your queries got resolved and now you know what is IELTS and why is it written. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video.